This is one of the methods of starting over on a drawing that you dislike. Here are 4 pages that I have decided to cover in this sketchbook, and the pile of scraps I want for this page reset are here next to it. I let young artists draw in my sketchbooks. My niece drew these drawings many years ago, and today I will cover them. I want you to know that you don't need to rip out sketchbook pages that you don't like. There are several ways to start over. Today I will demonstrate how to use the collage method. I have chosen a pile of scraps or ephemera in the color scheme I want, in this case black and white. I have discovered that ephemera can be collected and sourced from junk mail. I choose the envelope patterns that make me happy and save them for situations like this. The drawing on the opposite page I think is awesome, and it is one of a series of automatic drawings in the same style. After deciding which envelope patterns will fit and what position to glue them in, I will use my glue stick to paste the scrap pieces on. Usually, I prefer the glue stick for thin papers and the kind with the color changing glue so you can easily see if you have covered the whole surface. I also save catalogs and magazines for what I call glue books. I use the pages to spread the glue onto the scraps. In order to make these 2 pages a spread, I will collage over the young niece drawings in black and white. After I collage over them, it's likely that I will add text, but you could also paste a drawing on top that makes you happy. I have always wanted to have artist friends that would make art in my sketchbooks and copy Basquiat and Andy Warhol in the way they used to draw in each other's sketchbooks and alter each other's artworks. So far, I have not met any experienced artists that would like to try this with me, so I let children draw in my sketchbooks. Sometimes they make drawings that I love, and sometimes I don't like them very much. Today I will cover a few and prepare this sketchbook for a flip through because almost all the pages are filled. After I fix the pages I don't like, this sketchbook will be ready for a flip through video. Do you have any sketchbooks that you don't draw in anymore because there are a few drawings in that you don't like? Or do you turn the page and keep going and ignore them? Or does looking at them affect your feelings about the whole book? In the past, this was me. I would not draw in the faulty sketchbook anymore the minute I had a drawing in it that was difficult to look at. Now I realize that a page is never really ruined. There are many ways to start over. You could collage over, like in this example. Or you could paint the page black and then draw in white or other light colors. Or you could gesso over what you drew and turn the page back to white. Or you could just ignore what you drew and draw on it like it isn't there and draw over it with a darker color or a different color. Or you could paint over what you drew with opaque paint like gouache. Rejuvenated sketchbook pages remind me of how I am completely unrecognizable from how I used to be. For instance, my grandmother gave me a house. It actually had a few house payments left to pay on it, but they were $89. I was so ungrateful and selfish that not only did I resent making any repairs to the house, I also did not want to use the house to help anyone else. And I had no appreciation for hospitality. The house did need a lot of repairs, but it put me in a better position than if I did not have it. I did not want to spend any of my income on repairing it. Every time I could not avoid spending money on the house, I was furious. Even though I had a decent salary, I always had other priorities for the money that passed through my hands. My big mama wanted me to always have a place of my own and not depend on someone else like a man to put a roof over my head when times were tight. I foolishly felt that since the house needed so much work on it, that it was an inferior gift, that I deserved a house that was in better shape, that a husband should show up and take care of it all instead of me. I took a mortgage out on that house and spent a small portion of the money to make repairs, but mostly the money was wasted. The garage collapsed under the weight of a heavy snow, and the insurance company dropped me. The neighbors moved out, and I ended up with a vacant house on each side of me. Then vandals burned the house down while I was away playing house with my now husband. I tell everyone that the house burning down was a blessing, and it is true. I had it filled to the brim with so much stuff that just thinking of moving to a new place was overwhelming. After the fire, I was able to move without worrying about what to pack or what to keep and what to throw away. It was all burnt or water damaged. Now that I am older and wiser, I see how thankless and irresponsible I was. Now I understand how ungrateful it is to complain about a gift you have received. That every single thing we own is a gift from the Most High God. It is on loan to us to see how we will handle it, if we will share or use it to be a blessing to other people. James 1, verse 17 states, "Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father of lights." Or, even if it could be argued that the house was an imperfect gift, 1 Thessalonians 5, verse 17 says, "Give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus." If you are in a difficult circumstance, like living in a house with no running water in the kitchen or anything unpleasant, know that it is a test and God is using it to make you stronger and better. Give thanks in these situations too. I have grown, and now I know that anything broken can be fixed, like houses and personalities and certainly sketchbook pages. That is it, and that is all.